there, and welcome back to Shakhtar to Glory. As usual, start the episode. I'm going to just, if you enjoy my content, please drop a like, drop a sub, drop any comments. Even if it's just along the lines of you got done by Paris Saint-Germain. As we know, last episode was the second leg where we went out, unfortunately, with a bit of a whimper. The first leg was a lot to take from, and we probably should have got more than we did, but that's done with now. In the second leg, it put us in a pretty impossible position to turn around, really. Against a really difficult, good team who had a lot of players back, and we're a bit of a way to go if we want to win the Champions League in terms of squad. Not just squad, first 11. I mean, we got a pretty decent first 11, but it needs a little bit of work, and the backup options to work, behind the scenes when the first teamers aren't available or not playing, or need to rest. Needs a bit of work as well. But we've got a few good youth prospects in the teams. They'll be coming back from loan next season. Should be able to bolster our squad. We've got a bit of money in the bank now from the players that didn't quite fit it, who we sold. We've got a few more to move on as well. A bit more wage budget to free up. We've got Wellington Nem, his contract. He's just come back from loan. His contract is expired in the season. I don't want him, so I'm not going to sign him up. But no one wants to buy him, and he actually isn't actually signing a contract of anyone who's approached him. Mostly Brazilian clubs, it has seemed to be, but he doesn't want to seem to go back to Brazil. He's quite happy in Europe, so interesting to see where he goes. But when he goes, that'll be sort of 40k off the wage budget as well. So yeah, it's next season. There's plenty of optimism around. I have made another signing for next season, so we've got 3 future transfers arranged. I won't go into that one just yet. We'll see him when he comes in next season, so we'll do him in the next season transfer window. Today we have got the last game in the league, but it's not. We've found out obviously recently that the league after this game splits into 2, so 2 leagues of 6, and plays out another 10 odd games. So we're gonna play that last game today, which is Dynamo Kiev. So we're really at home as well, so we're really going to be looking to just push that 8-point lead into an 11-point lead, going into those last 10 games, and just give ourselves every chance of, walking away with this title, and just making sure we're in the Champions League next year, making sure we don't have to go through any qualifiers, that sort of stuff. We have seen, I did get a press conference just after that last match, that all the Europa League teams from Ukraine are out now, so obviously we're out of the Champions League, so there's no one representing Ukraine in Europe. Hopefully us getting to the knockout stage of the Champions League is enough just to keep our what's that word, I can't remember what it's called, where your coefficient, that's the one, the coefficient up, just to keep us getting places in the competitions. And I do want to see teams like Dynamo Kiev going into the Europa League and having a good old run. I assume that's where they're going to at second place, assuming they don't win it, of course, because a loss here for us, or even a draw here, keeps it a lot tighter than it should be, really. I haven't only lost 1 game all season and only drawn 1 game all season, and the draw was against Kiev. So we'll have a look at the team we're going to play with, put out today. Dynamo Kiev's form is a bit inconsistent. Ours is only fair, but that obviously takes into account Champions League games and the like. We've had 3 losses in the last 7 games, something like that. So to call that fair is a bit harsh, but we'll see what team we're playing with today. So yeah, Ferreira, Romero, and Tyson up front. We have now got Vizu on the bench if I want to bring him on, and Gohu. We've got Fred and Malyshev. Malyshev's kind of keeping that place in the middle. I think we just need a bit more rigid players for this game. When we've got a few of the teams we're more likely to beat, the 6th place, 5th place teams, that sort of thing in the split. The cup games, we'll play Kovalenko. I think he's just a bit more of a flair player, but I think for this sort of game we just need to keep it tight, keep it a bit tougher to break down. Azevedo's back in at left back, Cerna's at right back, and the usual back 4, a back 3 and goalkeeper. So I will jump into that right now. This should be a fairly short episode in comparison to probably what the last 2 have been. The last one I don't think was too bad. The one before that was quite long with all the transfer updates and stuff, but so they're playing a 4-4-2. I think we did notice it before, and I think we have struggled against 4-4-2. So yeah, it'd be a job on here to get one over on a really good. The team talk hasn't gone very well. Got to stop sending the assistants there. I've got to keep remembering. Yeah, so a really good Dynamo Kiev team, and obviously they've got Kravets up front, who's just been banging the goals for fun. I'm pretty sure he's still a top goal scorer in the league. Obviously Romero was the closest to him, and he didn't play those 3 games in between the Champions League because I was rotating and giving a few of the new guys a bit of a run. So a bit of a slow first half. We've got to about 25 minutes and wow, they should have scored. A bit of an error there from our centre-back and it just let, I think it was Cravets in fact, through and he couldn't take advantage. But not much happening in this game. They've had more shots. We've had nothing on target yet. And we're kind of just easing into half-time and we haven't seen anything. No, we do have a throw-in though just before the end, but they do win it back and they're kind of beating us at our own game a little bit here and countering us a little bit. So Tyson, can he do something? No, they win the ball back, but we get it back and we go again. Can we turn this into something? Ferreira is through. Can he find a ball across to Romero? He does, and he doesn't score it. That doesn't happen that often. That is a shocking miss, really. He should be putting that away. Having this as a draw wouldn't be the worst. A loss would be. Oh, okay. And that hasn't really worked. So we'll go calm, and we'll say, yes, kind of salvaged it a little bit. Never trust the assistant to do what you can do yourself. Seems to be the situation here. I mean, might as well even get rid of the assistant manager. He's doesn't really do much for me, to be honest. He's just another coach, really, on the training ground. So we're getting to the hour mark, and still not much has happened. We haven't had anything on goal. I think it's time for. Let's see. It's going to be for Tyson. They're all playing the same rating, but he's obviously had a bit less football recently. So we'll take him out and we'll bring Malyshev out for Kovalenko. We'll bring him in. He's actually a bit more suited to the role, strangely enough, and Butko will come in for Cerna, just to give us a bit more freshness in there. Azevedo's only just back from injury, so he might start to fade out as game goes, and Fred is struggling as well. These players, okay, the PSG game was a bit of a tough one for them, but in general they've had a bit of a rest recently, so it's a bit of a shocking state of affairs that they're all so tired. Oh, and they test the goalkeeper and they get a corner here. A goal here would be devastating. We clear it away and we have to break. Can we break? Ferreira skips past his man. Can he centre it to Kovalenko? He can, and he should score. I don't know why he doesn't shoot first time. He should have shot that first time. Ferreira comes out to Romero. Can he find a pass? Drop it back if you have to. Drop it back to the left back. Don't lose it. We get the free kick, but we don't actually get the free kick as a highlight. So a bit of a disappointing end to that highlight there. And we're just kind of fading into full time and nothing has really happened. We've salvaged the shots back. We do have a free kick. Cerna doesn't come anything that looks like an offside. Yep, offside. Vizeu. I'm going to call him Vizeu. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. I mean, I don't think he's even a real player. I think he's a regen. Is he a regen? No, he's not. He's real. So anyone listening who can speak Portuguese or might have an insight on how he's pronounced, let me know. But I'm going with Vizeu until I know better. So, disappointing. I mean, it is because we've been on form and we are still technically the best team in the league. But it's 0-0 against a really good Kiev team. So it's 2 draws in the season against them. We should be beating them, but we keep that 8-point advantage. Let's see what that does to the season. We'll send the assistant there. We don't care about that. That qualifies us for the Europa League. So even with 10 games to go, we're still in the Europa League already. I imagine... maybe not actually. I was going to say, I imagine that Kiev are not far behind us or there as well, but maybe not. So we get the league split in 2. Top 6 will fight for the title and continental competition. The bottom 6 will battle against relegation. Teams in opposing sections will play no further matches and can no longer overtake each other in the table. Biggest for as many has been Stour, whose fine performance in saw past expectations take 5th place. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what their preview was at the start of the season. Obviously, they came out roaring at the start, weren't they? They were near the top for quite a while. Stour, they were supposed to be bottom. Wow. Ilichevets was supposed to be near the bottom. Verez, I think they've all done pretty well. The P. Let's have a look at the league table. I don't know what the P means. Not too sure. They've promoted teams, perhaps, maybe. Verez are down the bottom. Olympic, wow, they have recovered. They took some poundings. We pounded them a few times. Kiev pounded them a few times. And I did see them take a few beatings as well from other teams, but they've sort of bounced back. I mean, look at their goal difference. -20. I mean, there's only one team worse than them. That's the team on the same points. The teams below are, it's a bit of a weird one. So let's see what that does to the schedule and where we come back. So we've got the Champions Group. We get Vorskla, Chernomorets is the cup. Stal. It's quite a while till Kiev, but I think we'll probably come back. Do we come back for that Kiev game? What I might do, I might play a couple, see how we go. I mean, if it looks like we're going to be champions quite easily, we'll maybe come back for the game that will seal it. If it gets a bit tighter, bits get a bit closer, if we maybe slip up or something, we'll come back for the next game after that and maybe play a few more, but we'll see how we go. So I'll go and play these offline, and when I get back to wherever we come back to next time, we'll do that then. So until next time, see you later.